Every whitetail hunter talks about the opportunity of hunting bucks in the rut when they're on their feet in daylight hours, spending as much as time possible trying to find that next hot doe. This is when they're vulnerable. This is when we've got the opportunity to take these elusive bucks, these nocturnal deer, the bucks you just never see. They're on their feet, you've got your chance. Here in Texas, it's no exception. In fact, it's better in most cases. We can rattle, we can grunt, we can snort wheeze. We can call these bucks in with these low buck-to-doe ratios. You've got a great opportunity at taking a mature whitetail buck. I love Texas. Let's go.
The Savage Outdoors is brought to you by Savage Arms, the definition of accuracy. And Field and Stream, where traditions begin.
This week we're hunting in Texas. The bucks are in full rut. I'm talking chasing does like crazy, and I love to rattle this time of year in Texas. We're gonna be hunting on the Meyer Ranch just outside of Sonora, Texas, and John Meyer and his family and David, their ranch manager, do a great job managing this ranch. They manage it for trophy whitetails, and let me tell you, they've got them. Uncle Randy and I both killed some big deer here in the past. We're gonna see if we can't do it again. Let's get started.
All right, we just got to the ranch here. We're gonna shoot the rifle a little bit. I've got my long range hunter. This part of Texas, there's some open country, so you can get some long shots. Try this thing out and make sure we're sighted in so we can get out this afternoon and start hunting. Well, that's only about a 1/4 inch to the right. Perfect height. Shoot one more and we're ready to go hunt.
All right, we are here, Sonora.
Sonora, one of our favorite places, hunting with Dave.
Yep, first night. We're just gonna ride around, do a little scouting, maybe try to ride a little bit. It's pretty hot, so I don't know how good they're gonna move around, but we're just gonna try to locate a few bucks, and if we get lucky, we get lucky, but tomorrow we'll start serious. All right, it's game time, day one. We're headed out. I've got Uncle Randy with me. He's only with me for one day of hunting. Randy's gonna rattle. We're gonna set up a couple different locations, jump on the bad boy buggy, try to cover a little bit of country. We're kind of scouting / trying to find a big buck. If we can get one to come in, of course we'll take them, but just getting a feel for things. It takes a couple days a lot of times to locate these big mature bucks. So we're gonna spend some time, see if we can't find one.
Let's just do that. Let's go cruise around. At least we'll let the sun set. Maybe try one more setup once it cools off a little bit.
First setup, Randy puts the horns together. Instantly we've got movement. This buck's coming in. He's a huge bodied deer. I mean, this deer is super old, comes in, gets so close. I hear Randy saying, shoot him, shoot him. And I'm kind of wondering, why would I shoot this buck? Because his rack, he's definitely a cold buck. What was happening was Randy was rattling and this buck was looking for a fight. Randy's trying to tell me, if he gets any closer, you better shoot him. This is exactly why I love to hunt this time of year in Texas. You put the horns together, most of the time you got bucks coming. That's awesome.
You want me to shoot it? You want me to shoot it?
No, I said if he came any closer.
Oh.
I said if he comes any closer, you better drop him. Because he was looking for a fight.
Hey, if you don't like coming to Texas, then I ain't got no time for you, because when it's like this is awesome. You can have more fun. We are not sitting in a blind, we're not sitting there in feeders, we're not doing anything except going around, getting the wind right, and rattling, and bucks are coming in at will. This is awesome. And that buck was mature, he just was a piece of junk. Probably should have shot him for a cold buck, but I don't have an extra tag to do it with.
Well, Uncle Randy had to hit the road. He's headed to the next hunt location. So I'm back out. I'm gonna try a little different setup, different area, still rattling. After that evening we had, I gotta try it again. We're gonna go check out some of these field edges, kind of cover some country in the bad boy buggy. I love this offensive style of hunting this time of year in Texas.
It's a pretty morning. I thought as hot as it got yesterday, this morning they'd come to the horns good. Nah, man, I can't get anything to come in. I can see a buck with two does way out in the field, and he barely picked his head up when I rattled. It's so weird. We'll sneak out there and see if we can see what he looks like, though. He's not a bad buck. Man, 1 8-point's probably a shooter. He's pushing that doe toward us. We'll just sit here and wait and see what's going to happen. Here she comes. She's trotting in right now, kind of toward the tree line here. He's definitely coming this way. He's just taking his time. He's just walking right at us. That got his attention. He's gonna come right here. He's behind the bush to me. I can't, there's no way to get a shot at him over there. Man, he's gone. Man, I was gonna blister him at 5 yards. That was cool. I grunted that buck right to us. When it's right, man, I'm telling you, you can call these deer in and have a blast. It just took him a long time to work over here. You know, he had that doe out there, but I mean, there's no doubt he came to the calling because he was walking down this cow trail right beside us. There's nowhere for us to hide. We kept inching around this tree. There was nowhere else to go. And then he was behind this tree right here, and I couldn't see him until he came around. The minute his nose came around, and he was like, "Oh God." gonna be a hot day again today. We're in the same blind we were last night. We've got some deer in front of us. It's kind of the same deer we saw last night. We put some more of that Wild Game Innovations buck brand down there and they're wearing it out. But I just took my jacket off. I'm already hot. The sun hasn't even popped up over the trees yet. So it's gonna be a hot day. This is not good for December, and the deer are already starting, some of these deer have already filtered off. So we're just gonna have to wait it out, play our odds, and hope we can get a good one to come through here and at least check for some does.
I tell you, the Meyer family, you know, they're a family that takes their deer management pretty serious. This ranch has been intensely managed for a number of years. We've been coming here for 6 or 7 years, and every year, no matter what the conditions are, there's always big, mature bucks, and it's because they're doing it right. David, their ranch manager, they all work very hard year-round, supplemental feeding, scouting, making sure they're taking the right bucks, cull bucks, managing bucks, and keeping their doe numbers in check. They do a super job on this ranch, and it really shows every time we're here, especially this time of year. When the rut's on, you get to see most of these mature bucks.
My forearms hurt from sticking it out the window doing that. It's a good little forearm workout. And nothing came. Boy, just a couple days ago you did that and you'd have bucks all over you. Well, we're gonna wrap it up this morning. We saw a few deer early. Everything was real early, and I think that's just the temperature. We got another hot day today, and the high today is 80. Tomorrow the high is 54, and tomorrow night's gonna be in the 20s. We're gonna ride around, we're gonna check those cameras we put out yesterday and see if there's some shooter bucks coming in. Probably hunt something different tonight, leave this alone. They say there's 2 really good bucks coming in here, and just let it be. And we'll come back here once the weather changes. And our cameras might show us a good buck. So let's go check some cameras and make a plan for tonight.
We didn't see a good buck out of the blind, but David was coming to get us, and he said he saw a super buck. So we're gonna try to go get set up, do a little bit of rattling. David knows this ranch as good as anybody does. He ought to know how to set up on him. I'm just gonna follow him and hope that one of these big bucks is gonna come out.
Here he comes. Here he comes. He's gonna be close. Oh yeah, that is a nice deer. Is that a shooter over there?
Well, that first setup was perfect. Those 2 bucks came in, didn't know what was going on. And again, I can't stress how much fun this type of hunting is. We're gonna change our setup. We're looking for one buck in particular. David knows he's in this area. We saw him on the way to our blind in the morning in the dark, and then he saw him coming to pick us up. He's on a hot doe. We just gotta get close enough, hit the horns together, and I think we have a chance at this buck showing himself.
I mean, he came quick though, because as soon as you started rattling, I saw him way back there running. I got glimpses of him coming all the way up here, and then I didn't know that deer was standing there. You made that noise, and I looked to the right, and I was like, I was so focused on trying to see that deer's rack because I couldn't tell what he was. Yeah.
Right.
All right, we might. If you're up for it, try one more spot because that worked pretty good. Just see if we can shoot you. All right, let's go do that.
Let's go do it.
Oh, that's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him.
Hot doe. You hit him.
I was a little bit offhand, a little bit shaky, but I think the shake was because the deer was so big. He saw him when he came to the stand to get us. We went to one spot to try to rattle him up. We just parked the truck. We're walking down here to go rattle, and he steps out, and you drop down, and you're like, that's him. What?
That was cool.
That deer looks awesome. I hope I did my part. Did he look like he was hurting?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Just like I said, about 30 yards and toast.
You were right. Right on.
Oof, look at the beams on that deer. Oh. That is a tank. Thank you, sir. God, yes. Unload, we are safe. And I'm gonna put this rifle down because I don't need that anymore because there's some holding to be done here. Oh my goodness.
That is nice.
That's a deer. Whoa. Wow. Gosh, man. I can't thank you enough. That's just, wow, what a great way to finish this off. We've had an unbelievable week, rattling all week. We've had bucks coming in like crazy, and you pass those younger bucks, and then you try to get, you pass those bucks that are kind of marginal to get a chance at one of these, and it don't happen every time, but when it does, it feels good.
Oh man, it's great.
Well, it absolutely cannot get any better than this. The Meyer Ranch and the Meyer family. I just want to give a special thanks from all of us here at Savage Outdoors for letting us come hunt with you again. I hope we can do it again year after year. They've got a great ranch. They've got some beautiful bucks on the ranch. And I just killed the biggest buck I've ever taken in Texas. And for a hill country deer, it really doesn't get any better than this. John came over when we were taking pictures to look at the buck we had killed. And I mean, everybody just stood there in awe. This is a beautiful buck. It really can't get any better. A special thanks to the Meyer family. Thanks for watching Savage Outdoors. We'll see you next week, same time.
Something's good for us.